Hello students, welcome you to Trice e-learning platform. We are going to continue with exercise 1.1. We already have seen what is reflexive relation, what is symmetric relation, what is transitive relation, and when it get equivalence relation. So here we will take question number 7. What it says, show that R in set A of all books in a library of a college given by R is equal to x comma y such that x and y have same number of pages. This is what is an equivalence relation. That's what you have to prove. If this relation is going to be an equivalence relation, what we have to prove? We have to prove this relation is a reflexive, symmetric, transitive. Yes or no? Very good. So we'll check for reflexive relation. See what is given over here in this particular relation. For reflexive relation, what is required? A comma A need to belongs to this particular R for all A belongs to set A. Set A says all books in a library of a college you can have, and here relation says we have to select only those books which have the same number of pages. We will not select random books, we will select only those books which will have same number of pages. And what is going to be possible when, of course, these two books are of the same number of pages. So here A comma A will exist, yes or no? So therefore it is, or where you can write it also, where A represent what? Number of pages in a book, because we have to take same number of pages books only, so we don't have any choice to select apart from those books which have the same number of pages. So therefore it is a reflexive. Now we'll check it for symmetric relation. When we are checking for symmetric relation, what we have to check? We have to check this way. If A comma B belongs to R, then B comma A also need to be belongs to R. Of course, since you can just observe here, because same number of pages are there, then of course this is, if it is 100, then here also it is 100. So either you are writing 100 over here or 100 over here. It doesn't matter for anything, because anyway it is written over here as the same. So here A comma B exists, then B comma A also exists. Since A and B are of same number of pages. So here what is A and B? These books are of the same number of pages. Therefore this will exist. Therefore it is what? It is a symmetric relation. Now moving ahead to check transitive relation. For transitive relation, and when we are checking for transitive relation, what we have to check? Actually we have to check in this way. If A comma B belongs to R, B comma C belongs to R, then C comma A also belongs to R, where for all A, B, C belongs to set A. It is true, because here if we say A comma B belongs to R, means if we are saying this is of 10 pages book, then this is also going to be of 10 pages book, and if it is 10 pages book, then here also comes to 10 pages book, and if this is a 10 pages book, then of course this C also need to be of 10 page book, because you just observe we have to select only those elements which will have the same number of pages books, right? So here C comma A also will be 10 10, for example I just said. So here it is possible in each of the cases, since A equal to B equal to C equal to same number of pages. So here it is transitive relation, and hence we can say, therefore the given relation relation is an equivalence relation, isn't it? And we will end. We are going to take question number 8. What it says, show that relation R in the set A which have the elements. Question number 8. Set A have the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, and the relation is also defined in this way. What it says, it will have a pair of element A comma B, but there is a criteria A minus B inside a mod is always even. So what you have to show is an equivalence relation. First of all, you have to show this is an equivalence relation. Can you prove it? Of course, this is very simple to prove because A minus A always is going to be 0, and that is what even. So we can write A comma A will belongs to this R, therefore this is what a reflexive relation. Now we'll check it for symmetric relation. If we are checking it for symmetric relation, what we have to check? A minus B, if it is even, then you know that B minus A is also going to be even only because this is inside mod. So whether it is minus 2, then also it will give you 2. If here it is plus 2, then of course that is 2. So 2 is equal to 2. So this is going to be even. So we can say, therefore A comma B belongs to R, then B comma A also belongs to R. Therefore this is what? A symmetric relation. Now we'll check it for transitive relation. How can we check it for transitive relation? Let's say A minus B, that is even, and B minus C is also even. Then can you tell me what will be A minus C? That is also going to be even. For example, if we are saying 1 minus 3, that is 2, 3 minus 5, that is again 2. So if we are taking 1 minus 5, that is again going to be 4, that is even. So we can say this is what this relation is, a transitive relation. Transitive relation, and hence we can say this is an equivalence relation. Equivalence relation. Okay, this is just hint, you just have to do in detail. Alright, next, here in this question itself, what it says, show that all the elements of 1, 3, 5 are related to each other. Of course, when you are taking 1, 3, 5, if you will find any of this 1 minus 3 even, 3 minus 5 even, 1 minus 5 even, what are the possibilities are there? We have seen. Okay, so in each of the cases we are getting even. So of course we will write it, this all elements are related to each other. Now 2, 4 are also related to each other. Now 2, 4, when we are talking about 2, 4, now again we can check 2 minus 4, this is going to be even. 4 minus 2, that is again going to be even, that is 2, but that is even. So it is related, we will write 2 comma 4 is also related to each other. But once, no element of 1, 3, 5 is related to any element of 2, 4. How? So here what we can say, 1 minus 2, that is going to be odd. Are you getting it? 1 minus 4, that is again going to be odd. So we'll not accept it. We'll not accept it because that is not in that particular relation. So we'll say, hence any element of 1, 3, 5 is not related to any element of 2 and 4, right? So in this way we'll complete this question number 8. We'll take now question number 9. Question number 9, what it says, have a look to this. Show that each of relation R in set A, where set A is defined in this way. What it says, x belongs to integer and x is greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to 12. Matlab, what we have as in set A as what 1, 2, but it will start because it is an integer and you can take even 0. So it will start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. This is what set A we have. Now what it says, given by first, and the question number first says, relation R is defined in this way. It says A comma B is such that modulus of A minus B is a multiple of 4. Okay, so this is what this is a multiple of 4 is an equivalence relation. There are the two questions in it, so one by one we will do it and find the set of all elements related to 1 in each cases. Alright, so A minus B is always a multiple of 4. Can you do it? Yes or no? Very easy. If you are taking A as 0, you have to take B as 4. Even you can take 0 0, A and B both as 0. You can take 1 1, A and B as 1 1. So here we can say A comma A. If you are taking A comma A, means A minus A, that is going to be what? 0, which is a multiple of 4. Yes or no? Because 0 is a multiple of any number, so 0 is a multiple of 4. Yes, of course. So here A comma A will belongs to this particular R, therefore this is what? A reflexive relation. Now we have to check for symmetric, because we have to prove this relation as an equivalence relation, so we are doing in this way, right? So here if we are taking A comma B belongs to R, means what? A minus B is a multiple of 4. So can we say, therefore we can say B minus A, that is also going to be a multiple of 4, and which says B comma A also will belongs to this particular relation, and hence we can write it as symmetric relation. This is a symmetric relation. Now we'll check it for transitive relation. Now for transitive relation, if A minus B, that is equal to multiple of 4, B minus C is again a multiple of 4, then can we say A minus C is also going to be a multiple of 4? You want to check? You can check it, because if we have taken A as 0, B as 4, 4 is a multiple of 4. Yes. Now if we are taking 4 minus 8, then this will give us 4, which is a multiple of 4. Now this is A, this is B, this is B, this is C. So now if we are taking 0 minus 8, A minus C, so is it 8? Yes. This is again a multiple of 4. So this is done now, right? So hence we can say, therefore this is what? A transitive relation. If it is a transitive relation, we will say, because of this is a reflexive, symmetric and transitive, we will say it is a equivalence relation. Now in this, find the set of all elements related to 1 in each case. So when you are taking 1 as an element, then what will be that the next element which you have to take when you are taking 1, because 1 minus something need to give a multiple of 4. So to get this one, we must have to keep some value of B such that this need to be a multiple of 4. Therefore B can be either 0. If you are keeping 0, no, if you are keeping 0, we will not get even here multiple of 4. We will get 1, which is not a multiple, so we will keep 1. If you are keeping 1, 1 minus 1 will become 0, so 0 is a multiple of 4. Okay, now we can keep 2, but if you are keeping 2, no, we will not get it. 3, no. 4 will not get it. 5, if you are keeping 5, 1 minus 5 will give you how much? Minus 4, of course 4, because it's mod. So 4 is a multiple of 4, yes. Now what else you have to keep? If you will keep 9, you will get what? 8, and 8 is a multiple of 4, yes. So B can be either 1, 4 or 9. Okay. Similarly, this is the first question done. Second question here, relation having defined in this way, R is equal to A comma B such that A is equal to B. Alright, so here what it says, relation this is defined when A is equal to B. This is not multiple case, this is A equal to B, means A comma A will belongs to this particular relation. A comma B is there, then B comma A also is going to be there, because they both are equal. This is what? Symmetric. This is what? Reflexive. And A comma B, B comma C, A comma B belongs to R, B comma C belongs to R. Then of course we can say A comma C is also going to be belongs to R, because you know this A, B or B, C or AC all are actually equal because of this relation itself, when we will take those pair when they both are equal only, means we can take 1 1, we can take 2 2, we can take 0 0, but we cannot take any other element. So there are how many elements are possible? 13 elements would be there in this particular relation. You just can observe here, right? So if these are all 3, then we will say this is an equivalence relation. Equivalence relation. If a relation is an equivalence relation, now what we have to do? Find the set of all elements related to 1 in this case, also. So if you are keeping 1, you have to get 1 only. So what is that? What is that question? Find the set of all elements related to 1. So 1 is related to 1 itself. So 1 will be the answer for this question. Moving to the next, going to take question number 10. What it says, give an example of a relation, which is first question. So if you have to find a relation, so first of all you have to define a set. So let us suppose we are defining a set which have the elements 1 2 3. It's not compulsory you have to take 1 2 3. I have taken some elements in this set A, and from here we are defining a relation. And what it says, symmetric but neither reflexive nor transitive. So it need to be symmetric, means A comma B, means 1 comma 2, let us suppose, then 2 comma 1 I am keeping over here. Is it a symmetric relation? Yes or no? Yes. Is it a reflexive? No, because 1 comma 1 is not there, 2 comma 2 is not there, 3 comma 3 is not there. It's not going to be a reflexive. Also it is not going to be transitive, because here this is like A comma B, B comma C, but A comma C, 1 comma 1 is not available over here in this particular relation, and that's why it's not going to be a transitive relation. So this is an example for this particular question. Second one, transitive. It need to be transitive but neither reflexive nor symmetric. So let us suppose I am defining one element in it, 1 comma 2. Is it a transitive? Of course this is going to be transitive. You know that. Why? Because A comma B is there but B comma C is not there. Why we'll check it for A comma C? We will not check it. We will say this is what transitive relation. But can you tell me, is it a reflexive relation? This is not going to be a reflexive relation. You know that, because 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3 is not there. It's going to be symmetric. No, it's not going to be symmetric, because 1 comma 2 is there but 2 comma 1 is not there. So we'll not check it for that. Okay, this is perfect example. Third one, reflexive and symmetric but not transitive. Here it need to be reflexive and symmetric, but it need not to be transitive. So we have to take care for that. So make accordingly. For making a reflexive relation, you need to what? 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3. This is now a reflexive relation. Now you also have to make this one as a symmetric relation. For making this one as a symmetric relation, what you have to do? You have to add, if you are, even though this is a symmetric relation, but this is also a transitive relation now itself. But we have to write a relation which need not to be a transitive. So for that, if we are keeping few extra element like 1 comma 2, then we have to keep 2 comma 1, because we have to make it symmetric. Now if you are keeping 2 comma 3, then you have to keep 3 comma 2. Now this is a symmetric relation. You can understand this one, right? Now is it a transitive relation? So we'll check it. Up to here there is no issue, right? So here we will check A comma B. This is like A comma B. This is B comma C, means A comma C is 1 comma 1. Yes, it is available. Okay, so we check this element for this one. Now 2, anywhere else? 2 is starting, yes, starting here. So here B comma C. So what will be A comma C? 1 comma 3. Is 1 comma 3 available in this particular relation? No, na. So this is going to be reflexive and symmetric but not transitive relation. So this was example. Now fourth one, reflexive and transitive but not symmetric. It need not to be a symmetric relation. So if we are giving, because we have to make it as a reflexive, for making it reflexive, what we have to do? 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3. We'll keep all these things. Now as we have to make it as a transitive, so if we are keeping something like 1 comma 2 or something like, yes, 1 comma 2, let's check, is it a transitive relation? Let's see. 1 comma 1 is there, 1 comma 2 is there, 1 comma 2 is there, yes, 1 comma 1 nothing. So this is okay for transitive. Now 2 comma 2 is there, nowhere 2 is starting. Okay, we'll not check it. Now 3 comma 3 is there. Okay, 3 comma 3 is there. Now from 3 anywhere is starting? No. So this is also transitive. Now A comma B is there, B comma C is there. This is B comma C. Let us suppose this is A comma B. This is B comma C. Now A comma C is going to be what? 1 comma 2. 1 comma 2 again it is there. So this is what we have, a transitive relation. But is it a symmetric relation? Of course not, because here 2 comma 1 doesn't belong to this particular relation, and therefore this is not a symmetric relation. That's what we required for this question. Now moving to the fifth one. Symmetric and transitive but not reflexive. So you have to make that relation as a symmetric and transitive. So make it like 1 comma 1. Simplest example you can keep. Okay, 2 comma 2. This is a symmetric relation. This is a transitive relation. You know that A comma B is there. B comma C is not. While check for A comma C will not check. We'll say this is a transitive relation. Similarly, we can check for this one. A comma B is there. B comma C is not there. Why we'll check for A comma C. Alright. In both of the cases, if you are saying that here A comma B is there, B comma C is there, again this is the element, then A comma C is again this is the element, right? 1 comma 1, 1 comma 1, then 1 comma 1 is there, 2 comma 2 is there, 2 comma 2 is there, then 2 comma 2 is there, right? Anyway, you can define this is going to be a transitive relation. But is it a reflexive relation? No, because here 3 comma 3 doesn't belong to this particular relation. So this is not going to be what? A reflexive relation, right? So this way you can keep your examples, right? So this will be a homework also. You can do it. Now moving ahead to the next question, and the question is question number 11, and the question says, question number 11 says, show that the relation R in the set A of points in a plane given by R is equal to, so what is A? Points in a plane. So the points in a plane means any plane, infinite number of points will be there in any plane. Yes or no? Okay. Now from there relation is been defined, R is equal to P comma Q, such that distance of the point P from the origin is same as the distance of the point Q from the origin, right? So try to understand this one. We have to take only those points. If we will take origin as a reference, so if you are taking one point over here, this is a P and this is a Q, then the distance need to be equal, means OP will be equal to OQ. Wherever this P you want, you can take it. Like if you are taking this is a P, then this distance is 10 unit, then again if you are taking point Q, then this also need to be of 10 unit, right? Means for every point there need to be a Q, but that Q also need to be of the same unit. So here we can say A comma A will belongs to R for every A belongs to set A, where A is any point on plane, right? So this is always true. So this is what? This is a reflexive relation. This is a reflexive relation. Now as we have to prove this is going to be an equivalence relation, so what we have to do, first we have to prove it is a reflexive relation, then we will prove it for symmetric relation. So A comma B belongs to R. Since A is equal to B, or you can write it in this way, distance A is equal to distance B. So here A comma B belongs to R, then B comma A also belongs to R, of course, right? 10 10, then 10 10, yes. So this is going to be what? A symmetric relation. Next we will check it for transitive relation, right? Same question it is. So here if A comma B belongs to R, B comma C belongs to R, then of course we can say A comma C also belongs to R, because here we will write A is equal to B is equal to C is equal to distance of point from origin is same. So in this way we will write, and hence we will write this is going to be an equivalence relation. Next, further we have to show that the set of all points related to point P, set of all points related to point P, you have written this? Fine, so I am erasing it. Next, what it says, show that the set of all points related to point P, set of all points related to, so this is going to be origin 0, 0, any point P, this is point P, which is not origin. Of course, this point is not origin. Origin means 0, 0, is the circle passing through P with origin as center. So, if this is a point, from this point we can take, let us suppose, let O be a center and P be any point on the plane. What we can do, we can take OP as a radius and can draw a circle in a plane. This is always going to be possible. Hence that circle will contain point P, isn't it? If we have taken OP as radius, then of course we will make a circle, then that circle will contain that point P. So that's what it's saying. So in that way we can prove it, right? So this is done for this question number 11. Moving ahead to the next question.